Why Quail is the best character, hands down, period. This is factual information. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. We've made it to the year 2023. Hopefully you've been starting off the year great as much as I have. Personally, I've recently been on a roguelike streak, playing Stacklands, Inscription, Noita, Just Kings, Risk of Rain 2, and the one this video is about, Ship of Fools. Ship of Fools may be the shortest game on the list, but it doesn't take away from how incredible the game is. I have had the most fun with it out of all the games the past few weeks. What is Ship of Fools? Ship of Fools is a seafaring roguelite co-op game where you play the fools, the only creatures fool enough to brave the sea. The great lighthouse that once protected the archipelago is broken, and the storm of malice and corruption is coming. Together, you and your shipmate will jump aboard the Storm Strider and make your voyage across the sea. Man the cannons, ready your sails, and protect your ship from the sea monsters over multiple runs. It's up to you to defend your home from the almighty Aquapocalypse. Now, after beating the game on me and Panda's account a few times, I decided to look up some information on the game, and what I found shook me to my core. Quail, my favorite character, was rated one of the lowest characters on the gamer tier list. The tier list that comes up first on the Google results page. This is blasphemy, and let me tell you why Quail is the best character in the game, period. This is factual information. In the game, you want to kill things. How do you do that? Damage. You could technically survive everything by not taking damage or just repairing the damage you do take, but those ways are inferior to just straight out damage. And here's why. Number one, it's slow. Everyone who drives cars knows the speed limits are just a suggestion. If you're not speeding, you'll get passed by everyone, and we drive in the fast lane over here. And second, it's just not as fun. With speed comes danger, and when danger comes excitement. Gets that adrenaline pumping, and that's when you have the most fun. But don't just take my word for it. I'll show you with this run. Disclaimer, I did this video in one run, and I got extremely lucky, but the damage in this video is not impossible for any one person to recreate. It just depends on RNG. Now, let's get started. Ship of Fools is a co-op game and is balanced around two players being active at the same time, so going solo will be much harder than usual. But no worries, Quail will be able to handle it. If you want to push for that damage we were talking about from the thumbnail, we will need the power shot gun. It absorbs all the ammo into a single shot, making bosses a lot easier, as you'll see in the video. The second gun is a sentry, just to make things easier since we are doing this solo. The black part of the map is the storm, where the boss of the map resides. This is a countdown that once it hits 0, the storm expands. The things I prioritize getting in this game are trinkets and artifacts first, ammo and question marks second, any other gray icons third, and all other items fourth. The shell is very important for getting great damage. It increases all projectiles by 50%. This will be important later. Even after a few stages, Quail is hitting for 106 damage. The broken vase symbol is an island that contains a curse. Curses work like opposite artifacts, giving you and your ship negative effects, but at the end of the section, you'll receive some of the best trinkets in the game as rewards. This particular cursed item makes it to where the storm progresses each round instead of every 3. It can be pretty detrimental if you pick this up early on, so I would try to avoid that. As long as I can get to the ammo, I should be okay with this. Here at the first boss, the most I hit for was 238. For this map, I want to go for the artifact, trinket, and then ammo, like the last map, but this map has something special. The forked path symbol, Panda calls it the 50-50 because he plays Genshin, is an island where 2 items are placed before you. You can only take one of these items. I like to prioritize these whenever possible because they always seem to have something good inside, and having options is always great. This run is going perfectly, We just got the best ammo in the game in terms of damage for Quail, as far as I know, and that is the Hermit Shell. I've gotten the most damage from all of my runs using this ammo, and so this will be great. As you can see, getting through the pufferfish using the Hermit Shells is much easier, and you have much more room for mistake. If I didn't have Quail, these pufferfish would be a big problem because they move very quickly straight towards your boat and they set each other off, so you can really lose quickly if you don't take care of them quickly. This boss can be a bit tricky because you have 2 claws to worry about. Also, I failed to mention this earlier, but avoid the blue beams at all costs when playing solo because they stun you, and being stunned while playing solo is a death sentence. The magazine capacity helps out our damage because our power shotgun multiplies the damage by each bullet we have loaded in the chamber. Now this is probably the most important part for getting big damage. Duping. After you defeat the second boss, you have a chance to dupe one item. Since I've already beaten the game, I've bought a book that lets me dupe 2 items. And so for this run, I'm going to be duping the shell twice. I thought about maybe duping the magazine capacity, but I'm not sure how the damage comes out, so I just stuck with what I knew, which was the shell. So now I have 150% damage up on projectiles, 50% magazine capacity, and the hermit shell as ammo, and all of my trinkets. And we are ready for the final boss. For this map, we're going to get to the trinket and the chest since we're full on artifacts. We might get the cursed item depending on what it is. From the chest, we got the puffy bowl, what I like to call the forbidden fruit. These pufferfish do incredible damage, but they are hostile towards you, and you can take damage from them, which can very easily result in you killing yourself. I have done it, and this is why I don't use them anymore. So for this room, I'm just gonna throw those overboard. Alright, let's see what the cursed item is this time. No, we are not taking that particular cursed item because it makes a cannon unusable, and if it is the power shot, then it's game over for us. So we're just gonna leave that here. This is the second hardest boss to fight, and it really shows, especially when you're solo, because there is a lot going on in this fight. You have two heads to worry about, you have the different sides that the monster is on, and you have the heads of the, I don't know, ostriches that come up after you knock their heads down after each phases. But Quail makes quick work of them, though they do present a bit of a challenge. Well, look at that. I was today years old when I found out you can have more than 10 trinkets. Learn something new every day. I guess I'll take the trinket because none of this other stuff will be that good. So let's just leave it, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't purchase it anyway. And now we're on to the final boss, and I will show you the power of Quail. Oh boy, that was a lucky crit. It was the highest damage I've seen since playing the game. 2,513. One shot in the boss. That was quick. Even without hitting the crit, we're hitting for 1,400, enough to one-shot the boss. And the last and final boss of the game goes down with a 1675 one-shot. I rest my case. And this is why Quail is the best character in the game, period. This is factual information. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.